All right, guys, it has been 20 days of 16/8 fasting in a row. So for the entire month of October, so far, I've basically stopped eating at 7 p.m. and started eating again at 11 a.m. give or take. Sometimes if I eat all the way till, if I'm still eating at 7:30, I know then the next day I can't eat till 11:30. One day I stopped eating at 5:30, so I could start eating again at 10:30 the next day. 5:30, no, actually I could start eating at 9:30 the next day, but that day I extended it pretty long. So I think this is a good video to do because I really haven't changed anything else about my diet other than the timing of it. So I'm fasting every day for 16 hours plus. And I gotta say, the results have not been substantial, really at all. Not like what you see when you look these videos up. I don't know if a lot of these people are also mixing a 16/8 eating schedule, 16 hours fasting, 8 hours of eating. With also, like, a lot of people are on a ketogenic diet or extremely low carbs or other things like ketosis, like trying to get that kicking in. But I really have not seen a big difference. The first week, I will let you, the first week I was feeling like I was seeing a big difference. But then going into like the end of the first week and then during the second week, I really just like, as far as weight, so let's just go straight up, like, on the scale. The scale stayed the same. I haven't weighed myself today, but the scale stayed the same. I'm still about 176, 177 pounds, something like that. And I'm not really looking for like a certain weight to be, but I am looking to get more fat off my midsection. That's mainly, this is touted as a diet that really burns fat. The thing that I will say about this, though, is that it's kind of a good to see because it is in a bottle. It's only really the only thing I've done to try to affect this change has been the fasting. So maybe it'll take a lot longer, and I'm still gonna keep going the rest of October, maybe longer, just doing this 16 hours of fasting every day. But the changes have not been big. A lot of people. So just to let you know. Like, I've only been to the gym a couple times this month. I have been real active on the weekends, but during the week, like, that's when it's hardest to do the fasting, when I'm at work. For those first, because I get into work at 7 and then I can't eat till 11, sometimes 11:30, and that's difficult. So you're drinking tea with nothing, just green tea, nothing in it, and or your ice water helps sometimes. But for the most part, if you stay real busy, it's fine. But if you start getting bored at work, or you have lulls where you're waiting for a project to finish or something to render, that's tough because that's usually the time you snack, right? So a couple of experiences I want to share with you guys with it, though, is that, which is I think worth noting, is that when you are, so on those times, the third day was the hardest day. Though the second day, the third day was the hardest day. The first day you're gung ho and you're like, I could fast for 24 hours. The second day you're like, I'm kind of hungry. This is not fun. And then the third day I was really hungry and it was really difficult to stop myself from eating. It was really doing these vlogs that kept me motivated to say, well, how am I gonna do this vlog and show these results if it's not really, I didn't really hold out. So I was able to do it. I have a little dashboard, so I was able to do it. But then I noticed, then after you are fasting, and then you go to first eat. So it's like first I was always breaking my fast with like a hard-boiled egg or something that was protein, so that I didn't immediately get that sugar rush. But then I stopped doing that because I was just too hungry, and I had all these things in my lunch. And my body would just tell me, I had a peanut butter and jelly in my lunch, and my body would tell me, like, I gotta eat that. I need to eat that. And that, like, getting that peanut butter and jelly, eating that first after fasting, which is not that long of a fast, 16 hours. But after that, it, like, in recent days, it's been really, really, enjoyable to eat that. And then I will say that then like I went on a short 1 day like trip to Legoland with the kids and stuff, and I was able to do it that day. But you know, I had, as far as calories intaked, it would be interesting to see. But I bet you my calories have only reduced by about 100 a day, 120 a day. It hasn't, even though I would normally eat breakfast all the time, but I'm kind of making up for that because I'm real hungry at certain times of the day. Actually, no, I bet you all said and done, my calories for each day have reduced by about 200. And I haven't really seen any changes body-wise. I will say that some days have been harder than others, but it's all a mental thing. Because if you're really busy, you don't think about it. And if you're not really busy, you're hungry and you want to eat. So, and only a few times when one day I extended myself, I fasted for like 22 hours or something, just because I was so busy, and then I wanted to, if I kept busy, I wasn't thinking about it, but then you start to get this different kind of hunger. It's not like the kind of hunger that people who are really fasting get, which is called true hunger, which is like this deep thing. It wasn't like that, but you start to be like, okay, my body is like, it actually needs food. It's not just like, usually a lot of times when you need food, it's just that you're dehydrated and you feel hungry. So if you drink drink water, it goes away. But I've had some times when I'll be like, okay, I'm legitimately hungry. So, but just to let you know that it is all of a mental thing. Like today I had a funeral for a good friend of mine to go to. And so I have a lot of emotional thoughts swimming through my head during this funeral. And a lot of, you know, just, the guy was a young guy. He was my age. He was 38. And I hadn't seen him for 10 years, but like, you know, we were real close when I first came to California. And just like mentally, you're just racking your brain and you're thinking about all kinds of things, like why would this happen, and the meaning of life, and you know, beyond. And you're not thinking about food at all. So like now it's 3:30. I haven't eaten today. I haven't eaten since 7 o'clock yesterday. I'm not hungry. Just because I'm just like, ugh. My friend Alvin, who died, who was in the band the Icarus Line. If you want to Google search him, he's an amazing dude. Anyway, so it's all mental. Any kind of hunger that you have, and I would realize it. Sometimes it's like, I'm bored, I feel emotionally empty, I want to eat. So that's all it is. But as far as like, if you guys are considering doing the 16/8 fast, I think like I work as an editor during the week, and I really in this next week I'm really gonna be starting to try to incorporate some cardio while I'm in a fasted state. So near the end of my fast, doing some kind of cardio. I have in my office, you know, I do my push-ups and jumping jacks and things like that, just like things to keep moving, but that's really just to keep from being so sedentary. But a lot of people do like 45 or 30 minutes of like, you know, legitimate cardio, nothing crazy, but like legitimate cardio while they're fasted. And that's supposed to be like really, really high level fat burning. So maybe I'll get into that. But just to let you know, progress report wise, let's see, there's my belly. It's about the same. Everything's about the same. I don't know. Everything feels about the same. So, but do I feel sharper, more alert, more mentally focused? You know what? You do feel more alert when you're near the end of your fast. Like your body starts buzzing up and you're like on edge a little bit. You don't, last time when I was doing the 5-2 diet, I would get like real angry. Here now, it's like I don't get real angry, but if I let myself go too long without eating, I just start to get real sluggish. You get like perked up when you're in like hour 14, 15, and then after hour 17 or something, you start to get like real sluggish. So I have thought about, I don't know how it would be with cheating, but I have thought about, sometimes I drink like water with chia seeds in it, you know, not when I'm fasting. But recently I've been thinking about, well, what if I drank that some of those times when I'm feeling just like I need a little bit of boost, like water with chia seeds in it, maybe like some lemon. I don't know. All right, progress report. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm going to keep talking to make sure that this video gets over 10 minutes because YouTube algorithms, they want things over 10 minutes. So the final experience that I'll share with it is, to help you guys out, is the the stopwatch on the iPhone helps a lot. And even though you know and you remember that you stopped eating at 7:30 and you know you can't eat till 11:30 in the next day, if you start your stopwatch on your iPhone and let it run, then you'll pick it up at 9 a.m. and be like, oh, okay, I still have 3 hours to go, or okay, or you'll pick it up at 10:45 and be like, it makes it easier to extend your fasting time by looking at that. Because then that one day that I fasted like 21 hours, I was like, oh, let's see how far I can go. But then after I did that 21-hour fast, I ate a ton of food. I mean, not an absolute ton of food, not like a total piggish amount of food, but I had a chicken breast sandwich, an egg and cheese sandwich, and that was it. And then I went home and then I had like, I think 2 bowls of cereal. So there's a big debate in eating and food, whether or not calories matter, or it's just straight up, okay, it only matters the type of the amount of calories you're getting. The type doesn't matter. And then other people say, no, it matters the type. And then other people say, no, it's the timing. And I really do believe in fasting. I think, it's something that is all over the Bible. It's something that is, historically, people have always had to fast. They've never had this kind of abundance of food before. And it just puts your body into this repair state rather than this growth state. I haven't gotten sick this time, but I usually never get sick. I get sick like twice a year, but I haven't been sick or anything like that. I do have a neck pain in my neck right now, but that's just from stress and emotions from going to this funeral. Beautiful, beautiful funeral. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.